Welcome everyone to EchoCraft Season 6. We're a little late to the game. There's already been things kind of built and there's a lot going on already. Everybody's been really active on the server so far, and I am about a month and a half too late. We never finished Season 5, but here we are, Season 6. We have a couple of new faces so far this season. We have Cakeness, we have Cloudsy, Duckies, Gem, Ike, Swearo, Will, and Z. Everybody's been super wonderful so far. There's some insane new builders to the server, as you can see from a couple of the things that we're looking at right now. Look at that turtle. Look at this shop. There's so many things that I want to show you guys. I think most people have kind of settled into around where they kind of want their bases to be. A lot of people, I think, have their starter bases already made. And I am a little late. I seriously have nothing. I have an area that I kind of have picked out already, all the way over there. But the general idea for this season is to kind of stay close together. We have a pretty awesome starter area. Like this is nuts. We picked a pretty good seed this time around, and everybody's kind of huddled around over here. And I am on the other side of these mountains, so I'll still be close. But I'm just a little ways out of the way. And I know we never got to say a proper goodbye to the Season 5 base, our forest area. We never got to finish it. We never got to build the paths I wanted to do. I had a couple of good ideas that I just never got around to, and that is because, for those of you who don't know, the missus and I just had our first kid around the same time the Season 5 was ending, so poor timing on our part, our bad. We would have caught it earlier if I knew it was going to end in May, end of May. I would have planned the kid later. No, we just had our first kid, and we've been super busy dealing with the newborn life. So haven't really been doing a lot. I know there hasn't been a lot of videos lately, but that's my reason. It's a good one this time, I promise. It's not just because I've been lazy, I promise. In that meantime, though, I have been learning how to be a dad, and I've also just kind of been building here and there wherever I can get a chance, and kind of planning out the Season 6 base that I want to do. This is kind of the area we're going to work in. It's mainly over there, actually, but this is kind of where I'm holed up right now, because I don't have anything, really. Everything I have has pretty much just been hand-me-downs from everybody else. Pretty much just get an inventory emptied onto me, and then I take it home and store it here. So I don't have a whole lot. I have a skyblock chest, I guess. A lot of good stuff that I've been given from other people, like this pickaxe, which was a super kind gift from Ike. I've gotten already some jungle logs for the build I want to build today. Just so many things. I've kind of went exploring a little bit around the first week, I think I joined in. We got a couple of goodies there, but overall, this is all I have. And this is our bed. A lot of people come to visit and come to say hi. And also we have a couple of horses here. This guy is incredibly fast. So we have a cool horse, so we can get back to where everybody else is pretty quickly. And I plan on trying to keep it as non-elytra-y this season as I can, because since we're all so close, I feel like it'll kind of force us to kind of build more together, I guess. Since there's a lot of people on and everybody's super active, I think it'll be a lot of fun if we can all just kind of build and interact. That's just my goal. Other people can do what they want. That's just kind of what I'm planning on doing. But I do have some free time now. I'm on paternity leave, so I can actually start building. I can start playing the game that I've been wanting to play for so long. But I don't have anything, like you just saw. So right over here is kind of where we're going to build. I'll show you this area, and then we're going to go collect as many materials as I can. Like I said, I already got a couple things from people that just want me to start to have a house and not just hold up on the side of a hill. This is such a cool area. Actually kind of lucked out. When we were choosing our areas, I never logged into the seed because I just didn't have time, so I just kind of circled an area that I was hoping for. It was mainly like a cliffside shoreline. I don't know what it's actually called. The biome might show up when we get up here, but I was looking for a cliffside area. So I circled what I thought was that, and I got a pretty good area and a pretty good view. Right over here in this general area is going to be where our base is, and it's a pretty cool spot. I plan to kind of just be in boats all season, or attempt to kind of just keep using some of the stuff that we don't typically use in the game anymore now that Elytras come out. And I think it could be a really cool environment if we can do it correctly. So there's a lot of stuff I need to get. There's so many things I still got to do. I'm wearing leather boots, iron leggings, and Ike gave me the turtle hat. So I'll probably be wearing the turtle hat all season because this is like the place to use it. And I want to match my friend. So there's still a lot of stuff I have to get before we can get to making an actual house and not just hiding out over here. But a few weeks ago, I logged into the server for, I think it was like the second time. And I was greeted by some other echoes, and they showed me what they've been working on, kind of gave me a little tour about around their areas, and oh man, we have some talented people this season. I mean, we already had some talented people, but now, I mean, now that we're all so active, it's just going to be, it's going to be so fun. So I'll show you kind of what those guys showed me so I can show you. Yeah, I think that makes sense. All right.
I'm the best.
Where's my bridge?
I love this bridge.
Not horse.
Oh,
safe, though.
no, watch this,
My
ready?
bad.
Horse parkour?
All right.
Mhm.
I'm going to try that again.
Do not kill your
Oh.
horse. I'll be so upset if you do.
I'm not, I promise it's not going to be the horse that dies. Oh, Gem. That was crazy.
Gem's like helping a grandpa across the street right now.
I
That's
might-
as many blocks as I have.
Oh, that's okay. I think I can make
Come on.
this.
This is the one real one.
I have half a heart.
Please just use the color.
All right, I'll go around. Tree. This bridge is awesome.
Tree, have you considered
Oh, look at the
building the rest
wagon.
of the bridge? It's like kind of
Yeah,
unfinished.
tree. You should build the rest of the bridge. Look, it's a bit.
What's up with this thing? What is this? I love the moss carpet like details. I think those look really cool. I actually like that feature.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, I forgot about the butterfly that's like sideways. It's on the wall, on the flower. Butter?
This looks amazing.
yeah.
I love that
On the
color.
flat
I'm gonna
one.
make
Oh,
Gem
man.
go into a coma.
This is insane.
I am proud of this. I'm not. It's not enough to make me confidently say I'm a good builder. but I'm
Huh?
What the
proud of it.
hell?
What are you talking about?
I am proud of it.
This is crazy. This
Well-
is seriously insane. I love this one. This one's like my favorite. I love this color scheme you chose. This is crazy.
Yeah, I initially built it in my creative world with the same color scheme as the one above,
Yeah.
but when I like put it in, I just didn't think it was.
Yeah. I get it.
I didn't think it was cool to have like two of the same ones. So I
This is it. This is it. This is a
Changed it
good
up.
one. I love the environment too. This is
I appreciate it. I just like I sat down and decided to build purely on vibes for a while, and because like all like the big flowers and the butterfly and stuff are planned for the most part, but like the environment, I kind of just
yeah.
started placing things and it kind of just worked out.
I love the colors. Like I can't. The colors are just
Oh, I
perfect.
appreciate it. I think Will's right. I think I am gonna go into a math.
Ah.
Yeah, this is what I was saying. Gem's gonna go into a coma.
I don't know how you just can like do this. This is nuts. The flowers. I love the flower color. Like the inside. Those colors don't look like they're in Minecraft, and yet there they are, and they're like perfect.
I
Much as
haven't
I
built
want to.
anything impressive to freak out. So
What?
I'm enjoying
Hold
it.
on, we're going back over there.
Oh.
Okay.
Your turn, Will.
I spoke too soon.
Will, this is crazy. I love the bushes and stuff down here. Adding in those like the dry leaf or what is
Wait,
it?
Will,
What is this
the
called?
dry grass. Looks
Yeah,
really
the dry grass looks so good.
Oh my god.
Wait, Will, I really like the
It's
the
my
normal
favorite.
grass.
It's my favorite thing they've added to the game is the dry grass.
I love the contrast on the rock. I don't think I can do that. You did it really
You
well.
need the eyes, by the
what
way.
What?
I
I
can't
don't
like.
think you can do that.
No, I can't. I genuinely like the rocks. The way that you did that, I've been trying to do that for years, and you did it so well. I thought it was deeper in the
I'm gonna-
stone, and it's. I'm not like trying to,
That was my first go.
dude. Can you teach me, Weasel? I visited your base at some point. The bamboo for like the siding is such a good
Perfect.
idea.
Yeah,
It's
It is
perfect.
amazing.
It's got the exact.
Yeah, it feels like my old like
The
a hometown.
horizontal
Like it
siding.
feels like
This is
home.
not
It's
my-
weird.
Not my league.
Yeah.
Wait, what other door?
What a view! This is a nuts view. What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
At the time, it was fully.
And Swearo's over there.
I wish I could see. Is that where Swearo is?
I also can't see you. I just.
You just know. Weasel, I'm in love with this though. This is sweet. I'm
That's
excited to see you keep building.
Here it is.
I actually really like your house, Ike.
Thanks.
Yeah, this isn't really nice.
I love the
It's probably
snow.
It's probably
that's
my top
pretty-
one favorite starter house.
Top one favorite.
Top
starter
one.
Has
I
it
don't
been
know what that
torn down yet?
means.
Is it the
What is?
caveat?
Is it like a percentage, or is that like out of what?
It
It's
means
like top 10, but top one. So there's only one.
It means it's my favorite. Okay.
All right, cool. Glad we're on the same page. Yeah, this is sick.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you already
do
see my
really like
comments
that.
about this, but seriously, dude, this
Thanks.
is such a good idea with the glass panes. This is nuts. This is
Yeah,
insane.
This is the thing that gets me. This single glass pane here.
The glass pane,
It
you
is-
can't even
it
see
is
it.
so
You
good.
can't. It's just dripping. What?
Yeah, it's dripping.
It looks so much
It's
cooler in
so
person.
good.
Like, how do you get up?
I think that was
It did end up
Oh, you
being
don't.
like a collaborative.
All right.
Where, like, we all
Never
just
mind.
went and
That's
fixed
the
it a
best
little
part.
bit.
If something breaks, it's just broken.
You
Okay.
don't get up. It's strictly functional. Like there's nothing to see up there.
Oh. Well, no, it's a good view. Like, look at that. It's like a watchtower that has a view, you know? Like, what
That's
it's
what I thought
for.
it was originally.
Can I get
Oh.
some for you?
Wow. We need to. This is a bad storm. Your house is going to burn. It's going to
Oh,
be.
we can stay in the log cabin, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If lightning
windows are
strikes.
great. The windows are
It's a
amazing.
bit chilly in here.
There's
The
a
windows are
breeze.
great. I'm doing like
Yeah.
a massive pine forest
I'm
and
so
then a
excited.
castle.
A castle?
Hence why I made this. Hence why I made this log cabin because it's like
Little
never made
castle.
it, but like
Yeah.
you know, there's like log cabins, pine trees. Makes sense.
I think this is. Oh my god.
Hey guys, I always do this when I'm streaming with people. Can you guys end the stream?
Oh my gosh.
the
What?
flip?
Why did he spawn
What the
in
flip?
right there?
Why is he just there?
Pizza.
Why is
Oh,
pizza
pizza-
just
That is the
spawned
most
once.
terrifying spot to spawn in. That's crazy.
He spawned in behind me. That was so
Hi,
creepy.
guys.
I got
Hey,
the
pizza.
so
chills.
close to the log cabin? Who spawned in the log cabin?
Oh yeah, because I lagged out.
I can't really drink right now.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
How did that happen?
No, you're getting,
I was taking a sip. How did he get in?
Through the window.
Yeah,
Tram.
it's gonna be
Your
the
place
path.
is so dangerous. This looks crazy. This is awesome.
Yeah, this is a good because you got the depth.
Yeah,
and the
exactly.
two
Like
different ones.
you got the
yeah.
like the heads of them and the wings. Oh, so cool.
If you want any of those leaves, you can take.
I absolutely do want those leaves. I'm taking.
Yeah, take some leaves. Take some leaves.
Look at
I
azalea.
built one tree, and it's easy for me to gather more. So
Okay.
you don't need any brown mushroom blocks, do you?
Not this time.
Please,
Not
Please
this
take
time.
some brown mushroom blocks. Please take my brown mushroom
No, I
blocks.
do like it as a path, but I don't have any paths this season.
You
I'm
don't
a
have
water
any
boy.
paths?
I'm a water boy. I call me water boy. No, they don't.
My jaw has legitimately dropped to the floor.
I'm gonna
You
make a
don't
path
have
out of water.
paths?
I'm making a path out of water.
Hold on, do you need Swift Sneak?
What is that?
The fast shifting.
Oh no, that's okay. I think I'm gonna probably have to go buy Depth Strider. Actually, I'm thinking about it.
Give me your pants.
Swift Sneak is on pants.
Give me your pants.
My pants.
Oh, hold on. Before you do, real quick,
Okay.
just shift around, and like feel how slow it is, right?
Oh, I know. I saw how fast you're moving.
It's horrid. Give me those. Give me.
My
Take
pants.
your pants off. Okay.
I don't think that's going.
Here you go. Here you go. Enjoy.
They go on pants though. All right.
Yeah, there's nothing else really interesting in here.
Your house is so cool.
Yeah. And if you look here and then right click, you can actually pick it up
Look
and
here.
then use it. Here. Look, yeah.
What am I? How am I doing this?
It's so if I make it visible, hold on.
Oh. Hello.
Do you like my horse, the eternal entropy of the universe? I would be surprised if you haven't clocked this yet. Take a look at the name.
Joe and Keys chicken.
Chicken jockey.
Oh, I'm out of here. friends are leaving you. You should go with them and get off my patio. My dock, please. Please excuse yourself from my dock, please. See ya. It is dangerous over here. I have almost no lighting in the water. I don't know if drown can just spawn, but I'm not going to risk it. We're going to go to sleep. I hope you guys enjoyed watching all those clips with everybody. It was hours of footage I had to go through because it's been so much fun. We all just been kind of hanging out together. And I had to figure out like what to put in, what not to put in. There was so much going on. But if you guys are curious about everybody's bases, I definitely recommend going to check out everyone. I'll put them in the description so you can go look at them. There's some incredible builders. Gem is right over there. There's Tram is right over there. So we got a couple cool neighbors that have some really incredible builds. But onto my really incredible builds. I think I just figured out what a color wheel is. I've been trying to like experiment with colors for a while now, and this is probably my like most risky build that we have. You know what? Let's find a better place to look at this. I'm finally trying to learn how to like match colors together. And so I spent a long time like analyzing what different matching colors mean. Like there's the complementary colors, there's like triadic colors. Oh, I'm gonna look this up before I make a fool of myself. There's yeah, the complementary, there's monochromatic, which is like a single color but different shades. There's analogous and triadic. So I've been trying to like understand how to look at a color wheel and kind of match colors together. I don't think that I have it completely understood yet, but I know that these are complementary colors. Orange and blue are, I think, like one of the most common complementary colors. And then there's red and brown, I believe, are triadic, monochromatic in a way, if you think about it. There's so many different ways you can match colors together, and that's one thing I've always struggled with. So I'm trying to kind of get a deeper understanding of what that means and how I can match them together. This is kind of the place where I want to experiment with that. This is kind of my creative area where there's so little. Why is it so laggy? Oh my goodness. Let's get out of the boat. There's so much going on in the background that's just gray that I think that adding some color into this area would look really good. And so what we're planning on doing is having like this cliffside be a massive city kind of in the sky or on some like crazy pillared things coming out of the ground with houses and stuff on them where it connects up to these mountains. And then on this side, I think we're kind of have it be more of like a swampy town type of feel, because in this little cove area we have quite a bit of space to work with, and it's a pretty neat, unique. Oh, yeah, anyway, I want that back. We have like this cool little like inlet over here that leads to the ocean, this cool little cave overhang. I might do something with this. I don't really know, but this is kind of the area we're going to make into a small swampy town, and I think it'll be pretty cool. But I really want to experiment with colors, and then I also am going to add some massive trees to this. But for now, this is kind of what we have going for houses. This is kind of how I want this whole area to go. It's very chaotic. I know it's probably a lot to look at. There's a lot going on here, but I try to be kind of methodical? I think that's a word. With how everything was placed and where all of these stilts are and how it kind of filled up the space. So there's tons of stuff I could do to make these probably more unique looking, like the stilts, and like add some cool cross sections and add some glass panes and walls and stuff just to kind of make it all look connected. But I tried that and it looked really cluttered. So I kind of kept it simple, added some color to these to maybe kind of add more detail and stuff. But I think this is good enough, because if you add too much, especially with this, how this place is layered, you know what? We have a lily pad. Let's hop on the lily pad. With how this place is layered, I think this is going to feel really cluttered already. So I'm not trying to add to that by making everything super detailed. But what I'm trying to do is kind of think of how can I get to each house in a unique way. So for example, I have ladders from the water that get to here, and then we kind of go along this pathway, and we'll walk through it, but I want to show you kind of the underside, because this is the side you'll probably see most, that makes the most aesthetically pleasing sense. When you're on it, it doesn't look like much, so I want to show you kind of how it flows. But we have this ladder that climbs into this house. There's a path, or like a little boardwalk around every single house. This one's very small. Go over to this pathway to get to this next layer. You go up here, There's also this staircase here that leads up to this layer. This one goes to this house. There's a lot going on. Well, when we walk through it, it'll make sense how I connected everything, but I wanted it to be just kind of a messy feel, but also organized. So if we go up here, you can go around the house and you can fit through everywhere. It seems like you probably wouldn't be able to, but I made it so that you could walk around every single house. You can go inside to get through both sides. Unfortunately, I have a couple of bees in my beehives for texture. They're just gonna be part of the house now. But we have this ladder that goes up to this layer, and then we have this ladder that goes all the way across, which I really like. I think this is probably my favorite part when it comes to the like the walkways. Come all the way over here, you climb up this, and this is a very tight fit. You can go this way, go up to this other ladder that will lead to probably more of the houses that I eventually add to this part of the town. And you can come up here, walk around. It's a pretty cool little place. I really like how it feels. It's a very frustrating thing to get around because you have to go like, let's go all the way around. You go through. Let's close our doors so no bugs get in. Everything is like easy to get to, but also you just have to take your time and walk around something. You're not flying around. I'm pushing kind of like my creative limits with how I know how to make what's the word? An environment? I don't know if environment's the exact word I'm looking for, but kind of how I want people to walk around here. Because if other people visit, they're probably going to get frustrated, first of all, just because it's not easy. And I'm not going to be using wings, so I'm forcing myself to be mad and slow the game down a little bit with how I have these paths worked out. But I like them. Everywhere is not really that safe. Some places I can just walk off. But I'll probably get pretty good at just like kind of holding the edge of the house. I want to see if you guys can pick up on why I'm going to add what I'm going to add and why I feel like it's needed. So we're going to come down here, and there's a couple of things I want to try to point out, but I want to see if you guys can kind of figure it out first. So when you come down here, there's a lot going on, but it feels like something could be here. When you walk down this way, I want it to be a direct line of focus. To kind of block off this view, I wanted to build a couple of boats that are hanging down. I originally wanted to kind of have like a net. You know, if you go to like some type of swamp village, thank you everyone but Will. You look up swamps or some type of like fishing village, you'll notice that they have nets and stuff. I don't know how to do that here without just adding a ton of fences and stuff. So instead, I'm going to try to do boats instead. It just helps fill in some of that space that we have here. And I need to get up here if I can. There we go, maybe. Yeah, we're safe. So I want to actually include a oar into the boat. So to do that, you have a boat here, you kind of back it up, and then you put some signs around it, and you'll never notice that there's a boat there. You can definitely notice there's a boat there, but you can't really tell. I'm mostly focused on the oars to kind of give it a different type of depth right there. I got to do the same on the other side. Hopefully I don't fall in the water. Oh, I bumped it. Hopefully that's okay. And I messed up. Nope, one more. There we go. Nope, 3. Oh, jeez. And then just put these on the edge here. And we have a little boat. Actually, I'm going to move this if I can, since I bumped it. Can I move it now, or is it not going to let me? If I put these down. Oh, kind of. There we go. I can adjust it to be more centered. Let's try and center it a little bit more. Okay, we're at the back. Flip these guys back up. Break this. And ta-da! We have a little boat hanging down. So now, while you're walking through here, it just helps guide your vision down the walkway and fills in that space that feels a little uneven. It felt uneven to me. Like, this is a really good angle of it because it blocks off all of that stuff that's out there that I don't really want to focus on. I just want to look at the houses, right? I want my vision to have one set path. And this is one way to do it. I could add another one over here. I won't because then I feel like it'd be too cluttered. But we have that same issue down here where there's just a ton of empty space. And I think it's a good spot to add another little boat. So this boat mainly just kind of fills in that space a little bit more. It could go right here, but then you wouldn't see the boat itself. It would just be like you would see just the stair and the trapdoors. Because there's not really an angle where you would get a full look of it except right here, but there's a ladder here. So I have it over here, and I think it still fills in that space pretty well. I'll probably put some plants or something around here to fill it in a little bit more, but there we go. We have a couple more details in here, and I think for the houses themselves, this is pretty much all I'll be adding, because now I gotta build some trees, and I think these trees are gonna be a little bit easier to build than the last season's trees. Let me get up here. Come on, there we go. I'll take a look around from up top. The trees are gonna be like just these massive jungle type looking trees. I got a couple different variants of them. We'll see. Well, I'll get into more detail when we start building them, but I really wanted them to be kind of like a jungle-esque look, and I have some cool trees that I saw when I look at my cherry blossom trees and like look at bonsai trees for inspiration. These kind of trees show up around mountains and cliffs and stuff, so I'll probably grab a picture of it when we start to build it. But it's gonna be pretty cool. It kind of fills in the space a little bit more, because right now it's so gray everywhere else. If we take a look, you know, I'm not gonna jump into the water. If we take a look around, there's so much color right here, and everything else is pretty gray, except for of course the blue water and the blue sky. But once we get these trees in, they're gonna be towering over this place, and then we'll have enough of variation that the leaves should still fall down, which I really want to take advantage of, because I really like the new addition to the leaves. Per tree is about 500 jungle logs, and then it's like 1,200 oak leaves. So I'm gonna be busy. I got a lot to work, or got a lot to collect. It's always raining. It's always raining. Never stops raining. But yeah, I got a lot to collect, so I'll see you guys shortly. It's not quite finished yet, but I hope you guys can kind of see the vision we're going for here. There's so much going on. I don't even know where to begin. There's a whole lot happening in the area. It's not super cohesive quite yet. There's still a lot of open space down here, and it's not quite done. Everything is super gray, and it's not finished. Of course, I'm not going to finish it all in one episode, but I hope that you can see what I'm trying to do for the area. There's so much to talk about. So there's the trees that we went with, and I think I may have mentioned it earlier, but I have two different types of trees. So we have these large ones here, which are more of like a dense, fill up the space kind of tree, and then we have the more detailed ones that are kind of here to just fill in some variety to the area, because if we just had some of these trees, it just looked too bulky. And they're definitely not the most detailed trees when it comes to like the trunks and stuff. I've definitely done a little bit better in the past, but I wanted to keep it simple so that I could build these trees and not get burnt out, because my trees from season 5, they killed me. I honestly hated building them. As pretty as they were torture to me, and I didn't look forward to building them ever. But these ones are pretty easy. You can probably tell from how little detail there is in the trunk. I'll kind of take a step back and just look at a couple of these trees from the distance. Of where I really kind of planned the view to be when I build this big city. I want you to look out from over here and kind of look down this way. And now that you look at it from this perspective, there's just, it fills up the skyline really well with the different heights. So these trees are meant to be kind of like, they're different. They stick up a little higher than the rest of the trees that are more thick and dense and kind of weigh themselves down. And the leaves are huge on the thick trees. We have very dense looking leaf patterns, and I love the way that this looks. The main perspective you're going to see is definitely from down below on the houses and stuff. And what I really wanted to try to shoot for was, one, I wanted to see the leaves fall down. Okay, maybe not right there. This one will definitely show leaves falling down. Fall down. There it is. So we'll get that little leaf effect. It's not massive. There's going to be a couple. Okay, the more we stand here, the more we get. But I love this look. I think it just adds so much. It's like a small detail, but it just adds so much life. And then you can see the fireflies. I'll get into that in a sec. This is where the majority of the houses are going to go. So for now, there's not going to be a whole lot of detail on this side. Once the houses come in, it'll be a little easier. But then I also have around the base of the trees and kind of just around anything that's coming out of the water, I have these little plant sections, plant areas. I don't really know what to call these, but they just have this life effect to them, because if you look over here, there's not a lot. It just looks like trees coming out of the water with some kelp. There's not a whole lot of water plants that come out of the ground. We have the lily pads, which these are probably my favorite nature block, but they're the most difficult to get. But they sit in the water and they come out of the water, and they are probably, besides these lily pads, they're probably the only thing that you can do to add like a water detail that's coming out of the water. What I have here is just the tip of these, the two high seagrass plants, so you get a little bit of an effect. When you're in a boat, you're probably like right here, so you'll see grass kind of floating back and forth, which I do think is really good, but it's really hard to mask that because you have to plant it on some type of block. So this is a good perspective of how bad it looks from the side that's not super detailed, because over here I have maybe a little bit too much kelp. I was just kind of growing it for now. I'll definitely tone it down a little bit later. I just needed some. But I have it hidden by using the kelp to grow up past it. So when you're floating around, you can't really tell that there's that harsh line here like you can on this side. But it's not nearly as bad as like just having floating bushes. And some way to kind of counteract that is to use mangrove root. So around the tree sections, I'll use the mangrove root to kind of fill in that edge piece. Around this, there's not really a tree for roots to grow, so it's just plants growing like crazy around it. And we have tons of little details here. So this is mangrove saplings with candles on top. It kind of gives a good little plant effect. Like I said, there's not a whole lot of plants that really live under the water, so this is the best I could do. So we have coral on top of trapdoors, and I love the blue. It adds that much needed bluish color, so not everything is super green. We have this cool effect, which Gem showed me. Here's a tall one. It's such a perfect transition between this little stem and the glass panes that it's just the perfect little plant. I have a lot of peas here. Yeah, try to add as much color as I can. I would love some pitcher pods, but I don't think anybody's got those yet. So for now, I would love to add more of a blue color around here, but this is probably going to be it for now. The pink is really good. And then of course we have the firefly bushes, which add these little guys, and the texture of them is actually pretty good. I have a couple of those laying around here and there. Not a ton, because I don't want it to be overwhelmingly firefly-y. And then, if you're listening closely past my voice, you should be able to hear some frogs. And let's see if I can wait for them. Try to not talk over it. See if you can hear it. There we go. I love the frog noises in this area. It fits so well. I have a couple of them free walking. This guy's stuck. There was another one around here somewhere. He likes to climb yeah, there he is. He likes to climb the cliff, so I might have to move him somewhere more central. Then the other ones that are making the sounds are in the trees, because these guys might run away someday, and I'd love to keep the noises here. So around the house, I have some frogs hidden in some trees. They got water, and they don't really have a whole lot of air, but it's definitely not the most humane thing, but they're living their life. And then, of course, we got these little guys in boats, and this was kind of a challenge, but the boats that we have hanging down over here, I wanted to add them to the water as well. So having boats kind of just running around or roaming around the water, I think also helps with the life effect to this area. There we go. I got the little fireflies again. And I didn't want them to be empty, so I struggled to find some villagers that were close by, but I carried some over here. Getting these guys into the boats was a challenge, but they got the little hats. I got a couple of different types. So we got the fisherman type that has a different hat there than this guy does. This guy's a farmer, but I think his hat definitely fits this area a little bit more than that one does, to be honest, because I don't know, it's a little bigger and they're out in the water all day. You need a big hat. So we got a couple of those guys hanging out around here. I'll probably add more. I'd love to have some running around the bridges and stuff. Especially when we have more houses, having them kind of going back and forth between the houses would be pretty cool. But yeah, this is the area we're going to be living in for the most part for this season. Like I said, there's going to be that crazy thing over there, which is probably where we're going to be working the majority of the season, I'd hope, and then just slowly adding more and more houses onto this side. There's not a whole lot else going on. These trees are pretty much it from over here. I guess I could show you an outside perspective. I know I'm wearing elytra. I said I wouldn't do it, but building these trees without an elytra was honestly a really terrible experience. But yeah, from afar, it's kind of a The hills block off a large majority of the trees, but I still think it's kind of a cool effect. You're like, oh, what's over there? And you walk over and there's just this cool little swamp town. There's so much I could do with the stone and stuff. I haven't quite figured out if I'm going to just put grass and stuff on top of the stone to make it not look so gray, or just leave it and kind of just forget about it. I don't know yet. Still a lot to do. I actually think I might live stream adding more of these little small details into the area, because it was kind of a fun thing to just do myself, but it'd also be a perfect thing to show you guys some of the techniques I've discovered with water. Not a lot you can do. Like I said, most plants just break when you put them in water, but you can do small things using candles and stuff. If you use them sparingly, so that your boat doesn't hit them, it's still a pretty cool little effect, and it won't get in the way too bad. There's one final thing that I'd like to do before... Oh, hello, face. There's one final thing I'd like to do before the end of the episode, and that's over in the shopping district. There's a game that Gem started, and Gem was so kind in helping me gather all of the jungle wood, and by that I mean she gathered all of the jungle wood for me. The deal was that if she got all the jungle wood for me, I would I'd participate in her game, because I'm a little late and she wanted to wait for me so I could participate in it. Right over here at this this awesome shulker, we have the game. Are you gonna stay close by? Probably not. So the entire basis of the game is hiding shulkers in other people's bases. So it's gonna be a course of 3 weeks. Over the course of 3 weeks, I paid my 2 diamond blocks in the chest over here. The essential idea is that at the beginning of the game, everyone will be given 2 shulkers. There's going to be hours to hide in other people's bases. If there's people's shulkers we find in our base, we will take them and they become ours. But at the start of the game, there's going to be shulkers with somebody's name on it. So for example, Gem may be given a shulker named Gem, and there's an arrow pointing to Pizza. So Gem is going to hide the shulker in Pizza's base, and he has to find him. So when you hide a shulker, please put a piece of paper named with a date. It's going to look something like this: name, date, and what time you put it in, because it's all about how long you can keep the shulker in someone else's base. This is going to be used to tally the time. When you find the shulker, please do the same. And then when you find a shulker, the shulker becomes yours, like I said. Come back here and we'll press a button to get a new name. So instead of Gem hiding the shulker in Pizza's house, the new role that she gets won't be Pizza anymore. It's going to be someone else. For example, me. So she'll have probably some still hiding in Pizza's base, and if she found some in her base and she rerolls my name, she'll go hide the new shulkers in my base. So it's a total tally of how many shulkers you can get in other people's bases and how long can they stay there. Some of the rules are, please make sure the shulkers are at least somewhat visible. My place is going to be a nightmare. Feel free to re-dye them. Yeah, my places. If anybody gets me, they probably won the game. What we win is going to be the diamonds that we used to pay into the game. For me, it's 2 diamond blocks per person. So there's been a lot of people that have put their names in. I'm a little late, like I said. And then we also get a special gem IOU. So I really want to win this. I would love to have... Oh, it's so deadly here. Let's go. I really want to have a gem IOU because I want to have her build me an organic in my area so bad. And I feel like that's the easiest way I can convince her. I figured I'd give you guys one final look at the base with shaders on. It's so good. It's so vibrant. I definitely prefer it with shaders, but once I start adding more of these small details and all the fireflies and stuff, this place is going to get real laggy real fast. So probably won't have shaders on the whole time, but if I can, I might throw them on every now and then. Of course, we still don't have an interior. It's kind of a mess right now. I've been spending a lot of time on this, and I really just kind of want to get the video out. So next episode we'll get an interior done for sure, 100%. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate your patience with me. I know it's been a very long time, and I've been really appreciative of the support and just how patient you guys have all been. It's been very stressful. Not a lot of sleep, not a lot of time. I know that there is going to be another probably big delay between this episode and the next EchoCraft episode, but there shouldn't be one between the survival world. I've been working on that in the background, so the solo world should have an episode up relatively soon. Not super soon, but relatively. One last little fly around. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like this area. I hope you can see the vision that we have. There's still not a whole lot done, but again, this is episode 1, so we have a whole season to work with. Any suggestions you guys have, I would greatly appreciate. This is a pretty unique area where I have quite a bit of freedom. It's not super put together, so I can just mess around and do a ton of random stuff that might look good or might be fun for the area. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.